Have you ever wondered what makes British cuisine so unique and diverse? Our culinary voyage today takes us through the heart of Britain, exploring the essence of its cuisine. British food is a flavorful blend, a reflection of the country's rich history and multifaceted culture. From humble beginnings to royal banquets, each dish tells a story, a testament to the diversity and uniqueness of this great nation. So fasten your seatbelts and whet your appetites. Join us on a culinary journey through time as we explore the national dishes of Britain. Let's start our journey with the humble pottage, a dish dating back to the medieval times. This hearty stew, a staple in the diets of our ancestors, tells a tale of resourcefulness and simplicity. Originating from a time when ingredients were scarce, pottage was made from whatever was readily available. A typical pottage might contain a mix of vegetables like leeks, cabbages, and onions, combined with oats or barley and a modest supply of meat. The preparation of pottage is a testament to the practicality of medieval British cooking. Ingredients were added to a pot of boiling water and left to simmer until they formed a thick, nourishing stew. This one-pot meal, humble in its origins, laid the foundation for the diverse and rich culinary tradition we see in Britain today. So next time you enjoy a hearty British stew, remember the pottage, a simple dish that showcases the resourcefulness and simplicity of medieval British cooking. Fast forward to the 1700s, we enter the era of the classic roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. As we delve into the annals of British culinary history, we stumble upon the birth of an iconic duo, roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. It's no exaggeration to say that this pair has become as quintessentially British as the Queen herself. Roast beef has been a staple in the British diet since the Middle Ages, but it was in the 1700s that it began to gain its iconic status. After church on Sundays, families would gather around a succulent roast, symbolizing unity and togetherness. The Yorkshire pudding, originally a clever way to make use of the meat's dripping fat, was the perfect accompaniment. The preparation and cooking process of these two dishes are steeped in tradition and require a meticulous touch. The beef, usually a top rump or a rib roast, is seasoned simply with salt and pepper, allowing the natural flavors to shine through. It's then roasted to perfection, resulting in a tender, juicy entree that's hard to resist. The Yorkshire pudding, on the other hand, is a testament to British resourcefulness. Made from a simple batter of eggs, flour, and milk, these puddings were initially served as a filler before the main course to curb the appetite. Over time, they evolved into the perfect vessel for soaking up the rich, meaty juices of the roast. Together, roast beef and Yorkshire pudding represent a culinary celebration of British heritage. They've weathered the test of time, surviving wars, rationing, and even the rise of fast food. In a world that's constantly changing, this classic dish remains a comforting constant on British tables. What makes this duo a national dish? It's more than just the taste. It's the memories of Sunday lunches, the warmth of family gatherings, and the pride of a nation in its culinary traditions. It's the embodiment of Britain's love for simple, hearty food that warms the soul. Roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, a delicious testament to Britain's love for hearty and comforting food. Moving on to the 19th century, let's dive into Britain's ultimate comfort food, fish and chips. Born in the heart of Victorian England, the humble fish and chips swiftly claimed its place as a national favourite. The dish's origins are a tale of two cities. Some say it was a savvy entrepreneur from London who first had the idea to pair fried fish with chipped potatoes, while others contend it was a northern trailblazer from Manchester. Regardless of its disputed birthplace, there's no denying the cultural significance of fish and chips. This hearty meal is more than just a quick, convenient food. It's a symbol of British resilience and steadfastness. During both World Wars, fish and chips were excluded from rationing, a beacon of normalcy in challenging times. Today, it remains a beloved staple, whether it's a Friday night treat or a seaside indulgence. Now, let's talk about the preparation and cooking process. The fish, usually cod or haddock, is coated in a light batter made from flour, beer, and a touch of baking soda. This creates a crisp, golden shell that seals in the fish's moisture and flavor. The chips, thick cut and hearty, are double fried to achieve a fluffy interior and a satisfying outer crunch. The result is a feast for the senses. The crunch of the batter, the flaky tenderness of the fish, and the earthy, comforting taste of the chips. Often served in a simple paper wrapping, there's an irresistible charm in its no-frills presentation. It's a testament to the British knack for taking simple ingredients and turning them into something truly satisfying. Whether it's a dash of salt, a splash of vinegar, or a dollop of mushy peas on the side, everyone has their own way of enjoying this classic dish. Fish and chips, a dish that perfectly encapsulates the British love for simple, satisfying meals. And no British culinary journey is complete without mentioning scones and tea. The origin of scones and tea is steeped in the history of the United Kingdom, dating back to the mid-18th century. Anna, the Duchess of Bedford, introduced the concept of afternoon tea to satiate her hunger between lunch and dinner. The ritual quickly gained popularity among the upper class and became a cherished British tradition. A tradition that has endured through the centuries. Scones, the delightful crumbly pastries, are synonymous with British tea culture. Originating in Scotland, the name scone is believed to come from the Gaelic word scone, meaning a shapeless mass or large mouthful. However, the modern scone is anything but shapeless. It's a thing of beauty, often served warm, split open, and laden with clotted cream and strawberry jam. The preparation of scones is a testament to the simplicity of British cuisine. Basic ingredients like flour, sugar, baking powder, butter, and milk are combined to form a dough, which is then shaped into rounds and baked until golden brown. The result is a soft, lightly sweetened pastry with a slightly crumbly texture, perfect for soaking up the flavors of cream and jam. Tea, on the other hand, is a quintessential British beverage, introduced to the country by Catherine of Braganza, the Portuguese wife of King Charles II. The British quickly embraced tea, and it has since become a national drink, consumed in copious amounts daily. The tea served with scones is typically a strong black variety, like Assam or Darjeeling, poured over a splash of milk. Scones and tea are typically served together in the late afternoon, often presented on a tiered tray with an assortment of sandwiches and pastries. This delightful combination is not just a meal, it's a cultural experience, a moment of relaxation and a symbol of hospitality. Scones and tea, a delightful combination that symbolizes the British tradition of afternoon tea. From pottage to scones and tea, British cuisine offers a fascinating blend of history, culture, and delicious food. As we've journeyed through the culinary landscape of Great Britain, we've discovered how each national dish has its own unique story to tell. We've seen how pottage, with its humble roots and simple ingredients, laid the foundation for British cuisine. It's a testament to the resilience and resourcefulness of the British people, and it continues to inspire modern British cooking. Then, we explored the iconic roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, a dish that has become synonymous with British tradition and Sunday family gatherings. This heartwarming meal encapsulates the essence of British comfort food and has been celebrated in literature and art for centuries. Our journey then took us to the seaside with fish and chips, a dish that has become a symbol of British identity. With its crispy batter and fluffy chips, this dish has been bringing communities together for generations, and it's a testament to the British love for simple, hearty food. Finally, we ended on a sweet note with scones and tea, a dish that is at the heart of the quintessential British tradition of afternoon tea. This delightful combination of fluffy scones and hot tea is a symbol of British elegance and sophistication, and it continues to charm people around the world. Next time you enjoy a British dish, remember, you're tasting a piece of history.